Well, I'm going to wait and see if anybody joins in. I know this is just a spur of the moment. Anybody up drinking coffee, eating breakfast this morning? We're headed about 70, 80 miles north of where I live. And, hey, yeah, we got one person in here. I'm going to give it a few minutes because I have a surprise for y'all. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I'll get a hold of you when I get back. I'm taking this deer up about 70 miles north of me. Hey, Melinda, how you doing? See if we get any more people in here, and then I'll show you the surprise. We got 3? Good deal. Just got done what? Let's see here. Is the backyard wet and muddy? That's what I want to know. Because you guys had a little, I don't know if you guys had a little snow down there or not. Hey, Deb. Yeah, I was going to call you, but I didn't know if you guys were busy this morning, you know. Sorry if the camera's shaking. But diesel fuel dropped a little bit in price. It was $4.99 and it's $4.75 this morning. So I didn't get up and go this morning. I did get up before the sun came up. But I just couldn't get motivated, you know? Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this is going to take me about 2.5 hours to run up there and back. Maybe. Depends on how hard I run. And I've got this deer strapped down on my flatbed of my truck. I like putting them in my enclosed trailer because it doesn't draw attention, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. One thing I did do is, since Elon Musk reinstated Donald Trump's Twitter account, I went ahead and rejoined Twitter, which I don't do much on there. I just like watching or following some of the football stuff and outdoors or whatever, see if anything pops up. I really didn't have much activity on there when I had a Twitter account 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I didn't even have any breakfast this morning. Usually I fry me up, scramble me up a couple eggs. I could have processed this deer myself, but I don't have a meat grinder anymore. And it's just it's a hassle, you know. there's a ABF set of doubles. I wonder if that's my buddy. Drives for ABF. I'll be surprised if it is, because I talked to him. He took his grandsons out last weekend. There's a story he told me. I laughed. They were sitting in a blind, and one of them fell asleep. The other one didn't get a shot at this one deer. Let's take a look here, see if it's him. Nope, it's not him. But the one grandson told the other grandson, "Hey, Ellie, I'm not looking at the comments popping up. Maybe I'll, I know it says we got 3 people in here, but the one grandson told the other grandson to be quiet, and he goes, well, I'm sitting here looking at a deer right here, and he goes, oh, no, you're not. And he goes, yeah, I am. He's staring right at me. They get it. The other grandson didn't believe him, and then sure enough, he was looking at one. Oh, little buck taking a nap. It's supposed to get really windy this afternoon. Sometimes you'll see them along the tree lines, along the highway, you know. Oh, okay. You want to see the surprise? We got 3 people in here. I've been here 8 minutes. 2 more minutes and I'll flip you around here. Take a guess. There used to be a processor up here in this next town that I used a couple of times, and what did I do? I didn't do nothing. Oh, this is a rough part. But I used them a couple times years and years ago, and then I quit using them. And I just take them up here to, oh, it's a place that does cattle and hogs. And they got some really good meat sticks that they make up here. I might buy some sausage or whatever. Man, they did some concrete work on this I-35. I think it was last fall or something, and it just seems like whenever they do concrete work, they do it so fast that it just doesn't do any good. It makes it rough. Nine minutes. All right. There we go. Can y'all see that? I need a haircut. The back of my neck, I usually have Linda do the back of my neck. Maybe I'll just do that. Kind of trim up the sides over the ears. Yeah, I shaved. getting warm in here. Thank you, Ellie. Yeah, it feels better. It was getting itchy, you know. In Missouri, you have to have a tag. And you put, the top is the date. Hang on. And the side is the month. You put a notch in it. And they give you a confirmation number when you call in your deer. And you have to have this tag with you. If you're with your deer, you have to have this tag on you. And if you leave the deer somewhere, oh, here's a rough spot. My gosh, it's been a while since I've been up this way. But you have to attach this tag to the deer if you leave the deer laying in the field or whatever. So, and I've never been stopped by the Department of Conservation and checked, knock on wood. A friend of mine that hunts up that I work with, it's called Telecheck, and he called it in and checked it in underneath I think a doe or something like that, or no, a button buck, I don't remember, but he used the wrong tag when he called it in. He got fined, I think it was $150 or something like that. The agent actually called him on the phone. I mean, it was an honest mistake, but you got to really pay attention, you know. Since we got 4 in here now. Yeah, I'm just going to have a butterfly the back straps, and I'm going to grind the rest. I called my buddy up in northern Missouri yesterday, and he hasn't gotten a deer yet. And I told him when I pick up the ground venison there, I would let him know and have him meet me over there, and I'd give him, heck, I might give him all of it, I don't know. Except for the steaks. I like the steaks. There's a little smoother now. I pulled up to the Quick Trip, and there's only one end that has diesel pumps, and there was a guy with a camper on the very end, which is fine with me, and then there was another one on the other side with a SUV looking thing, I don't know, Ford Explorer or something, pulling a U-Haul enclosed trailer, blocking all the pumps. Well, they got done pumping fuel. Of course, you pay at the pump. And they walked in. I thought, you guys got plenty of room to pull over to the curb somewhere and let these other guys, you know, get fuel. So I just pulled up diagonally behind that U-Haul, and the hose reached and got fuel. I just don't get it anymore. Oh, we got 5 in here now. Yeah. You have to purchase the tags? Yes. $17 for the resident any deer tag, and then you can purchase another doe tag, which is the antlerless, of course, and I think it's like $9 or something like that. Non-resident firearms is a couple $100, I believe. My buddy told me how much they were, but I can't remember. I think they were like $175 or $150 for non-resident firearms. Yeah, gas pumps. Now, I'm driving the truck and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking, since it's going to warm up a little bit this week, I'm thinking about riding the motorcycle to work back and forth. Well, I only have to work Monday and Tuesday, and then we come back, planning on being back Friday night there, Mark. So you guys will probably be on your way home. But I got to make a couple other phone calls later on today. And my dad had passed there 2 years ago, and he was cremated. And Mark says, you'll be in Lawrence Friday. You guys headed home Saturday or Sunday? But his box is still sitting on his dresser back in the back bedroom. And I would like to, he wanted it to be spread out in the pasture. There's a bunch of cedar trees on a side hill. And that's where he wanted his ashes spread. So I'm going to see if I can get that done. You're headed home Saturday. But yeah, I've been wanting to get that done for quite a while. And just put it to rest, There's a lot of other things I could discuss on here that I'm not very happy about, but it is what it is. I can't control it. Going right past the Cameron prison. I used to run up through this way at night, and it's really nice. They worked all summer long on this, laying asphalt. It's a lot smoother. Sometimes, like the second weekend of rifle season on Sundays, I used to see a lot of hunters, do deer drives. Those are a lot of fun. My buddy and I have actually, Patty, I'm headed up to the processor. It's about 70 miles north of where I live. There's other processors in the area, but they were like over like $175 to $200 and some for what I want done. This guy is going down the road with his four-ways on. Well, maybe not. Maybe he just got started. am I at? I'm just north of Cameron. But it's a lot smoother. My gosh, they worked hard. I knew they were hauling asphalt up here because there's an asphalt plant right there close to my house. And I knew they were hauling a lot of fresh asphalt out of there at night, because I'd see the guys in the evening and in the mornings with their dump trucks down at the gas station getting fuel. When my boy was little, we had access to a bunch of timber, and he was shorter than me, and I don't know, 3 or 4 of us would start at one end, and a couple would be sitting at the other end or whatever, and we'd go quietly, try to be quiet going through the woods and push a deer to the other end. And I remember my son, Dad, he says, there's a deer right there. I said, where? He said, right there. So I had to kneel down to get to his level to actually see it. But I just thought I'd come on here and show you how I got my, I don't want to say baby face. I don't have a baby face, but I shaved. I got, look at that straggler over here. Yeah, I need to take the clippers. That's what I need to do. Need to take the clippers over my ears. Does everybody have their Christmas tree up? That's what I want to know. Ellie, Patty, Mark, who else? Says we got 4 in here. Deb's in here. Melinda. Heck no, what? Did I miss something? Oh, Christmas tree. Yeah. I got a buddy that I work with. He's off this week. He told me last week that his daughter put up a Christmas tree in the hallway, and then his wife put up 2 more. I guess they got relatives coming into town for Thanksgiving, and they're decorating the house for Christmas since they don't get to spend Christmas together. She's about like Walmart. No, we do not have we go up to the Christmas tree farm and pick out a small one up there. We did a video last year of that. It was a kind of a warm day when we did that. I don't like the mess, but I like the smell, There's still snow on the ground up here in the shaded areas where the sun doesn't get to it. But yeah, last year we did a video on our Christmas tree hunt. She had a good time. I had a good time doing it. we need to get, I told her yesterday, we need to get some pictures done. And I always try to custom make our Christmas tree card, or our Christmas cards. And send some out. I got about 40 miles to go yet. Miss Linda slept about, my gosh, she was asleep in the chair with Easton laying on her. I don't know, probably by 8 o'clock, 8:30 last night. Then she woke up and I said, why don't you just go to bed? I stayed up till about 11:30 watching TV. I wasn't tired. Oh, Melinda, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska, Des Moines, all that I-80 corridor, when it snows, it's like a junkyard. I mean, when they get a bad storm, it turns into a junkyard across there. Somebody just gave me the thumbs up. Honked at me, gave me thumbs up. They're from Minnesota. I got them strapped down on my flatbed. That's one thing I hated about driving at night was the wintertime. Daytime you can actually kind of see, a mile or so ahead of you to see what traffic's doing. I should have had another deer back there strapped down with him. But like I said, I didn't get up. I mean, I did wake up, get up, but I just couldn't get all the clothes. I didn't see myself getting all the clothes on and everything. Because it was like 17 or 18 degrees this morning, I believe. I'm watching the tree lines. And when I see the real thick evergreens, in fields, along the interstate, you think in the high winds and the cold, you'd think they'd be bedded down in there, I should have put a Santa hat on the deer. Oh, Patty, you've got 2 so far? Wow. And this guy here, he wasn't a big bodied one, and usually, they have a pretty, this one doesn't. I'm really surprised. And like I said in the live yesterday, I think the drought had a lot to do with it. I'd like to someday get a great big one, usually if I don't have anything by the first weekend, I'm usually I'm hunting for meat by the second weekend. we get this one processed, we've got, I don't know, there's probably 50 pounds of ground beef in there, and I got some steaks out of that beef, and stuff in there too. So it wouldn't hurt me to give the grounds out of this deer to my buddy up north. He likes his mixed with pork, and the processor we were using would mix his venison with ground pork. Of course, he had to buy the pork, from them, and they would charge extra for mixing it in one of those meat mixer things, and then package it that way. Part of the reason he likes it like that is because when he graduated high school and I was living down here, he was supposed to come to Kansas City and stay with me and my first wife and go to work down there, but he ended up at his grandparents' farm and ended up staying there. So and venison with them was a staple, on the table. Italian sausage, yeah. I heard people, soaking the steaks in milk, overnight and all that stuff. I don't do all that. I like if I'm going to cook it on the stove, cast iron skillet with some garlic, butter, and don't cook it very long. And onions, that's right, onions and mushrooms. There's a pickup on a dirt road over there. I know they're out hunting, I'm sure. It's a little late to be seeing anything moving. Believe it or not, I've seen a couple of cornfields up here just that haven't been picked yet. I don't know if they're going to pick them or just say, the yields aren't good enough because of the drought, This right here, this coming up right here is called the Grand River. See if I can flip you around there. And I call it the Grand River. Well, that's what this is up here. There's a river I'm going to cross. And it's not a very big river. They just big enough to be called river because it winds its way down. I think it winds its way down to the Missouri River. There's a lot of nice timber on both sides of the interstate here, and then the Grand River bottoms is all farm ground. I don't see any deer out in the fields. But it always floods down here in the spring. They have done some dirt moving and stuff to try to curb that. There's a combine sitting over there. He's been sitting there for probably a month. don't know why they haven't taken them out. There we go. Yeah, there's another cornfield over here to the left that hasn't been harvested yet. Usually I see some deer on this side, on the north side of that river. But they're probably all hunkered down by now. 8 people in here now. Thanks for coming in. Y'all hit that thumbs up for me, will you please? Yeah, I used to have a meat grinder, meat slicer, and stuff, but when I had that barn fire, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, whenever it was, all that burned up in the fire, so that all went to the scrap yard. I could handle probably processing, a couple a year, but if I had the right stuff. Pattonsburg, Missouri. Pattonsburg years ago got hit by a flood or tornado years ago, and ended up moving the town closer to the interstate, pretty much. If y'all are traveling this week, be careful. I know we're going to try and leave early Thursday morning. I mean, because we're usually up by 4:30, 5 o'clock anyway. Takes about 5.5 hours maybe to get to my sister's up there, LeClaire, Iowa. That's where, if you all heard of LeClaire, Iowa, that's where the antique archaeology guys started out. There's a car parked up here on the shoulder, a pickup. I bet he's deer hunting in there. Sometimes they'll do that. Parked over in the ditch. It's in there getting warm. Linda, have a good day. But I've got some new subscribers, and I was kind of looking at my analytics, and I don't know how many I gained in the last 28 days. It said like 17 or something like that. I don't know. I was walking around in my shop. Ellie, thanks for coming in. I was walking around my shop yesterday with all them hunting clothes on and my boots. I was looking for some starting fluid for my tractor. And I kind of turned around, and I don't know if I I didn't really twist my knee. It just, I heard something. I didn't hear something, but it just, like I pulled the muscle up there by my kneecap. My gosh, I was limping around most of the day yesterday. I seen where somebody got locked out of their car down there in Oklahoma, or broke the key off or something like that, and I've only got locked out of a vehicle maybe twice in my life, and the first time was, I think it was back when I had my Buick Regal, 76 Buick Regal. I had to pry the window open a little bit, use a coat hanger. You know, the old door locks that had the round deals on top? You could actually use a coat hanger. I think one time I actually carried a spare key in my wallet on one of my vehicles. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for next year. I don't like, I mean, the holidays are okay and stuff, seeing family and whatnot. You know, like Christmas. Christmas isn't about Christmas anymore. And I've said this for the last 10 years. Christmas is about, you know, yeah, Marco, yeah, I don't like driving in the ice and snow. It just seems like anymore, it's about who could get the most presents, or who can buy the most presents for everybody, and blah, 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 you know, and spending money, and I mean, for the kids, I can kind of see it, you know. Like my grandsons, I don't know what to get them. They probably got everything they need, you know. Their mother and father really take very, very good care of them. But like the Salvation Army, you see the bell ringers out or whatever, I always try to have a couple bucks with me, put in the bucket. I know we have a big time homeless problem in this country, and a lot of the people that are homeless have been homeless for many, many years because of no, that was a crow. I thought that was a deer over there. Because of addiction. My Miss Linda says you got to make good choices. Oh, they're working on a bridge up here. I remember now. Mark, you know where Bethany, Missouri is? But it just a card or a gift card, or I guess when when I don't know what to get the grandsons, I just give them a gift card, like, they can get clothes or whatever with it. There's a barn up here. It used to be called the Rafter 88. And they did rodeos in there back when I was rodeoing. $2 daughter-in-laws that live up that area. Oh, really, Patty? We did a rodeo up there when I was rodeoing. And it's funny. I had a video of it. Of course, they all burned up in the barn fire. But bull took... It was an older bull, but he was a good bucker. He come out and made a couple of turns, and I came off, and I still had my hand in the rope, and my feet were in front of, my legs were in front of his front legs, and he was still spinning. And the bullfighter stood there and stopped the bull by he hollered at the bull, stopped, and he's pointing at the bull, and I got my hand open and got out from underneath him. He's like, go, 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 move. And the bull's just standing there looking at him. He's pointing his finger right at the bull's forehead, I wish I had that on video still. I had probably 6 VHS tapes that I had rodeo videos on, and 4-wheeler videos and stuff like that got burned up. Patty says Friday afternoon and Sunday is now growing the drive here. Yeah. They've been rebuilding these bridges for the last 4 or 5 months. Well, I'm going to jump off of here. Mark, I'll give you a shout when I get back. And this Linda's making something. She's cooking something. I don't know what she's cooking. She wouldn't tell me. Maybe she's making another banana cream pie or something. I don't know. They're gonna have all the food there. Maybe she's gonna make some cookies. I walked into, yeah, Deb, you too. I walked into Walmart last night and I saw those packages of those mini cookies, and they were like $11. And they're not even made there. They're shipped in. Oh, is she in here? I didn't see her in here. Oh, there it is. She's making me a surprise. Okay. Well, it's probably not a banana cream pie if it's just going to be a surprise. I think I got some liver at the house in the freezer. Maybe I'll pull that liver out. Make me some liver and onions today. Anyway, yuck. think I got about 8 or 9 more miles to go. Well, I'll jump off here and we'll talk to y'all later. And say hi to a stranger. Stay warm. Bye.